Hi, my name is Kate. I'm a recruitment coordinator for the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering at the University of Toronto. You know, CIC students who come to U of T do great. We have a lot of academic support available for students as well, so they all do very well. I know U of T gets this big bad myth of being really big and really hard, but it's actually not. It's a really great community for engineering students especially as well. It's a smaller faculty within the university itself, and all of our engineering students have a great time while they're there. My name is Kate. I'm a recruitment coordinator from the Faculty of Applied Science and Engineering at the University of Toronto. So just to get a quick idea, how many of you have applied to engineering at U of T? Great, fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the supplemental application process for engineering. And the supplemental application process is also known as the student profile for U of T engineering. So after you apply on the OUAC, within a few weeks, you'll get an email acknowledgement from the Engineering Admissions Department containing all of the information that you'll need to enable your join ID. So that is the first step in the process of completing your supplemental application. Once you enable your join ID, you can log into the engineering applicant portal, and that will allow you to check the status of your application, complete your student profile form, as well as contact us if you have any questions about your application, okay? So how many of you have already logged on to the engineering applicant portal? Yeah? Okay, great. So it's pretty self-explanatory. So I'm just gonna quickly go through the process with you, and I've taken a couple of screenshots, so for those of you who haven't logged in yet, you can see exactly how it looks like. So once you log in, this is what the home page is gonna look like. So like I mentioned, you can check the status of your application, complete your student profile form, and then there's a contact button at the bottom where you can reach us directly and we can answer any questions you might have. So the first step is to pay your engineering assessment fee, and that'll be $40. So you can do that, and any section that you complete on your student profile form, there will be a check mark that appears right next to it. So you can see at the bottom there, a check mark appears. So each section that you complete, you can know exactly whether or not you completed it or not. So the next step to do is the first section, which is your program choices. So on the OUAC, you can choose only one engineering program, but on the student profile form, you can rank up to 4 different engineering programs of your choice, okay? So if, say, while you're applying on the OUAC, and in between the time of you completing the student profile form, you change your mind of what engineering program you're most interested in, you can change that and put it on the student profile form, and we'll look at what you put on the form, not what you put on the OUAC. So for example, if you put mechanical engineering as your OUAC choice, but you decided you changed your mind and you wanted to do computer engineering instead, you can rank that first on your student profile form, and we'll consider you for your first choice. And if for whatever reason you don't get into your first choice, we'll move down the list. So the second step would be to complete your educational timeline. So we ask all of our students to give us a brief outline of your overall academic history. So we want to see what you did from grade 9 to what you're doing currently up to June 2015. So it's really easy. You can just add on every institution that you've studied at. So again, we want everything from grade 9. You don't have to report any regular gaps in your academic history. So like in between grades when you're in summer, hello? Oh yeah. So you don't need to report that. Any irregular gaps in your academic history, we do want you to explain that as well. So if you did something, another activity, we want you to report that here as well. So the third step is completing your academic profile. In this section here, we would like you to self-report your grades for any courses you've taken in grade 11 and 12 that we will consider for your course requirements for admission. So it's very simple. In the first section, you can just choose your education system and fill out all the necessary courses that you've taken. If you scroll down, you can complete the other sections, so any other standardized tests that you've taken, you can report that here as well. And just at the bottom, you can just click Submit Your Academic Profile, and you're done this section, and a little check mark will appear right next to that. So the fourth section of our SPF is the extracurricular profile. So this is an opportunity for you to really showcase you outside of your academics. So any clubs or activities that you've done outside of class, you can include that here, and we take that into consideration as well. So the last step of the student profile form is the personal profile section. So this is a little bit new this year. In previous years, we've had students just complete an essay. This year we've changed it up a little bit. So within the personal profile section, you'll have to complete some video responses and a written response as well. So the way it works is what you'll need is you can complete this at home on your laptop or your desktop. You just need a webcam or a microphone, stable internet connection, and Adobe Flash installed. We also recommend that you have a notepad and a pen so you can jot down your thoughts and kind of organize your thoughts a little bit better while you have that time to prepare for your question. So the format of the personal profile is you'll get one question, and this will be a video question. You get some time to think about the question, and then you record your 2-minute response. Then you receive your second question, which will be a written response. Same thing, you'll get a question from us. You get some time to think about the question, and then you write up a 250-word response. Then you receive the third question, and this is, again, another video response. So same thing, you get a question from us, you get some time to think about the question, and you record your response. So once you start this section, you do have to complete it. There's no stopping halfway and then coming back. Once you start the first question, you'll have to finish all 3. And you only get one chance to do it. Unless there's some technical issues, and you can definitely contact us for any of those issues. So you complete this from the engineering applicant portal. You click on the link, and it'll link you to another external page to our Cura Talent website here. So this is what it looks like. Before you actually begin the video and written response section, you'll have a chance to do a practice question. And you can do this practice question as many times as you like. So you can do it over and see how exactly the process will be like. It's really not the question or the answer that matters. There's no right or wrong answers. We're really trying to see how you communicate yourself, your thought process behind your answer. So we're not looking for anything fancy. Again, we really want you to just be yourself. So you also have a chance before you actually begin your question and written response to test your webcam and microphone to make sure everything's working. If you do encounter any technical problems, you can contact Cura Talent, and there's a link at the bottom there where you can contact them directly. If you have any other issues with the personal profile, you can also contact the engineering admissions office as well. Okay. So that's, after you completed that, you're done your student profile form. And we take everything into consideration. We don't really weight anything. So every piece of information that we have available from you, we'll use that to consider you for admission. So it was really quick and simple. Does anyone have any questions? Yes. So the question was, you can rank more than one program in the student profile form, whether or not you would have to pay more for the OUAC application fee. You only pay for one engineering program application fee on the OUAC. So the student profile form is completely separate. All you have to do is pay the engineering assessment fee. Yeah. So the question was, because you're reporting your overall academic history from grade 9, whether or not we will look at your marks in grade 9 to base you off of admission, we will consider you for your grade 12 courses to consider you for admission, but we take into consideration everything. So we'll kind of look at the trend of how you did throughout your entire academic history, but we won't use your grade 9 marks to base you for admission. Okay. If you checked off that you did high school in China, our system automatically populates that we require all of the documents that you've done for students who did high school in China. So what you can do is contact the admissions office using the button on your student profile form to let them know that you that you did your grade 10 and 11 here. Does that make sense? Yeah, sure. So it varies between the different programs. You do need to present 6 grade 12 URM courses, but we'll base your admission average off of only 5. So we'll look at English, calculus, advanced functions, chemistry, and physics. For engineering science, we're looking for a range of around low 90s. For the general first year and for the mechanical engineering program, we're looking for high 80s. And for the rest of the core programs, we're looking for a grade of around mid 80s.